Hi Aquarius, welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. This week, Aquarius, we're going to tap into the fairies, and we're going to see, we're going to use the Fae energy, going to use the deck from Brian Froud's fairy deck. We're going to ask about your past, present, and your future energies and see what we've got from the fairies, Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius, I'm reminded, there's something in your reading that reminds me a little bit of the Leo reading. There's something going on here for you where I think you need okay, this is what I feel like. If you were like my friend and like this energy that I'm reading on the table, I would like come up to you and I would shake you. Aquarius, listen, stop it. Stop focusing on this. Stop mulling over this. Just stop it. Stop it. Move forward. Move forward. Let's go out. Let's go out and do something. All right? Let's just go do it. It's going to be fun. I feel like you're at a point, actually, well, things are about to change. You're about to go there. I don't know. Maybe you have an Aries friend. It's going to like, shake you. Aquarius. Come on. Let's go out. I want to show you this first. So your underline here, the puppies, you had please yourself and playfulness. So, I mean, there's a couple ways you can look at that. But what I'm really getting with this is that you've been doing things, a lot of things like maybe solely for yourself, which is kind of funny too, because if I think about Aquarius, Aquarius is the humanitarian of the zodiac. So, yeah. Like, it's kind of important, I feel like, that you be involved with things outside of you. And that's what this like, it's like switching. Going from doing things that are kind of like for yourself, self-focused. You know, we all need to do it at times. But there's like definitely a cycle switch that needs to happen for you here. That actually I think is going to happen for you here. And then you're going to be doing other things. And what I really like to, I don't know where it's going. It's kind of cute, actually. Maybe you're going to get out there and meet some really special friends. But it's kind of funny too, because it's like pleasing yourself. And then you have, let's be playful. And then affection is in the future. So, and whatever, that doesn't have to be sexual affection. But it just kind of plays out like that a little bit. So it could be for some of you. But I want to say, though, I think it is like just experiencing affection. And I'm going to say, I feel like this is a type of affection that you need. I don't know. It's a night. It's been a long time. It's been a long time, Aquarius. For the messenger of air. So this is almost, I want to say too, it's something that, you know, you probably wouldn't hesitate towards if it's the right, you know, if it's the right person, if it's the right friends, if it's the right group, if it's the right scenario. So I also kind of feel like you haven't had that. Because this really honestly tells me like you wouldn't hesitate with the night of, this is in the future, okay? I'm just bear with me. It'll all come together. This is in the future. And maybe we should maybe I'm even focusing on that first, because the past and the present seem a little bit heavy, but the future is actually looking really, really good. But then you get the Ace of Wands. It's like the breakthrough. There's some kind of breakthrough that happens in the future here for you. If it's the other thing I want to say too, because you have this, L'homme the poet. So this is one of the things actually that comes in with this, because it's like the poet is even writing. So I do want to say, if any of you are like writers or you're artists, or it doesn't even have to be like creatively writing or doing anything sort of artistically creative either, but it could be, and it's getting past a block. It's getting past a creative or a writer's block here. That's showing up in your future big time. So if you're feeling a little bit like you've been blocked in that way, in the present, you actually have this 10 of Wands. It's almost like burning things from the past. I feel like you're going to end up having a whole new way. You may have even written something. You may have even invested in like a manuscript or a story. I don't know. Could even be like a love message. There's so many ways that this could come through and how you're writing. I honestly feel like you're burning them all. You're like putting them all, and you're just like, it's just fresh. You're just starting with something fresh in the future here. And it's like, bang, it's just perfect. Like, even if this is like trying to write something like a novel or a manuscript, I don't even think I've ever said manuscript in any of my readings. So maybe that's for someone specifically. If it's been like a long time to get some kind of recognition, to get someone to like what it is that you're doing, to say, yeah, see the value in it. Oh, we love this. When can we meet with you? You know, like that's a type of affection too that comes in also with that. So again, it's, you know, maybe you've been writing certain things to please yourself, but now I want to say that you're taking, I don't know why I'm saying writing, you know, it could even be, even if you want to write to a politician or you want to write to like anything like that, there's something that you want to vocalize or express in yourself, even if that's not through writing. I think you're going to really change the way you're doing it. Like if you've been too looking at things from just kind of your own perspective, that's bouncing out there. It's just like, boom, bouncing. You could be bouncing. I don't know. All right. This is so interesting. In the past, what a combination here. You have the gotcha and the rest card. Gotcha, sudden shocks, rude awakenings. I want to say like this combination here almost to me, it feels like waking a rude awakening, or waking you out of a slumber, something, you know, something happened. But so that didn't feel comfortable. What to say? All right, you weren't sure. Okay, you got the Two of Swords, the King of Water, and the Six of Earth. Again, something happened in the past. And, it was, I guess it's like a rude awakening in some way. But at first, it kind of leaves you not really sure what to do. Maybe not sure how to pick up the pieces, not sure what direction you could, you know, push yourself into. What direction should I go in now? You know, maybe it was sending a manuscript to somebody or a book or a love letter or something to a politician, getting like a really bad response, getting no response, or I don't know. And then it's just like, well, shit. Oh, now what? Like, right? Six of the Two of Swords. I don't know. And then the King of Air is your underline, which is you. It's kind of like, yeah, I pretty much know what's going on, but no, wait a second, because this is invoking some kind of feeling here. And now it's like trying to get your feelings into balance with the King of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. I just feel like, okay, it kind of like just, it triggered something really deep inside you, and then trying to kind of balance yourself. Even this Two of Swords, it's like, you know, balance. And then the Six of Pentacles, it's almost like it kind of rocked you mentally in terms of, okay, collect your thoughts. That's what that feels like. Like, collect your thoughts. Oh my gosh. And then you feel like there's a lot to feel here. And then maybe too, like the Six of Pentacles, now it just feels like, you know, things that you're doing in your life and in your world, you know, when we kind of feel like mentally rocked, we might even just start, oh, I'm going to tidy up. You know, if I have a clear space, and it can help. It can help kind of like use your energy in a way that is beneficial, but also kind of burn off energy. Yeah, something, I don't know. The gotcha, because it woke you out of a slumber. It's an uncomfortable push. So maybe you've been too complacent in the past. You were too complacent about something in the past, and something happened and it just woke you out of your slumber. This could even be somebody who's quite successful at doing something, and the way they do it always works. And then you really get you get too comfortable in that space, right? And the world is always changing around us. But if you're not changing, because, well, and you know what? It's kind of how we are. Like, a lot of times we just don't change things because they work. So why would you change something that's already working, right? Don't fix something that's not broken. So it could have kind of been like that. And then, but it's almost realizing, like, it's like, okay, let's say you have a horse and a carriage, and everyone has a horse and a carriage around you, and you've been the best horse and carriage rider, coachman, whatever. And you got your horse in your carriage, and there's all these signs around you, speed limit changes, the gravel road is now paved. There's all these signs that something's going on, like something's changing. The world around you is changing, but you're not. And then all of a sudden you almost get hit by these cars flying by. What the hell is that? Like that? It's like the gotcha with the rest, like waking you out of your slumber. And then you're like, oh shit, what are those things? But that's all I want to say, though. I feel like there was maybe signs. But again, it's like, well, why fix it if it's not broken? Well, those signs are nice. You have all the time in the world to get from A to B in your horse and carriage. But the thing is, you don't have all that time in the world when the world changes, because now everybody starts filling in their time a little bit more, because now it only takes them like a millisecond to get from A to B, but it takes you half the day. So what I'm saying, so there's this sense that, well, you're going to get left behind. Well, maybe not even true, but it just could even invoke that feeling in you in the past. Okay, so the energy that you have now is Epona's wild daughter and curiosity. This is really fascinating, because Epona's wild daughter could be about like depression, inner shadows. It's kind of like, it's like facing what holds us back, right? And there was like, you were holding yourself back even in the past. You were holding yourself back in the past. And because the curiosity is interesting. It's almost like looking at yourself. I think you're assessing. I think you're doing like some kind of assessment, which is really healthy. That's really healthy too. Like to just step back and go, wait a second. Wait just a pick minute here. Aquarius, what am I doing? So it's just, and what is the universe? Look at the universe taking you somewhere. And I'll tell you where the universe is taking you is you're here right now. So because it is the 10 of Wands and the 9 of Air. Again, it's almost like looking at all of these manuscripts. I was about to say Manulife. I don't know, maybe you want insurance or something. That's weird. Anyways. But yeah, like maybe like, I don't know. So it could be the way you invest. I have no idea why that would mean something to somebody. But manuscripts, letters, notes, plans in life. These can just be figurative. They don't have to be like actually real pieces of paper. But there's something here about the universe is guiding you. And what is the universe guiding you? It's guiding you to get rid of something. It's guiding you to throw a plan away. And it's guiding you to look at things in a way you've never looked at them before. And I'm getting kind of like a little bit of analysis paralysis here with the 9 of Swords. But I feel like it's good. It's almost like you're like this curious about inner shadows. What is holding you back? Honestly, I think if anything's been holding you back, it's you. And you're kind of realizing that, like, what the hell? And so that's why I love your future, because it's movement. It's a bit of a struggle to movement, but then it's there. If it's a struggle to be heard, like if you've been trying to say something to somebody and you never say it the right way, maybe there's somebody you work with or somebody in your community or a family member or something, and maybe your boundaries are being like, you've allowed you're right, this is complacency. This is complacency in the past and waking up from that. And that complacency can be like maybe people have been going all over your boundaries and you haven't been doing anything about it. And then you're like, wait a freaking minute. What's going on with my life? Who's running my life? What's going on? And coming out of complacency, and the rewards in the future are great. I feel like you're going to connect with people. I feel like you're going to be inspiring to people. I feel like you're going to find inspiration in other people. You're not going to hesitate. And it feels like a long time coming. It's funny too. So you have the loam, I think that's how you say it, as the underline. This is unconditional giving and receiving. It's just like, just give. And it says, it actually says, don't overthink. Don't overthink. Is it about like being, like trying not to overthink things and just do it. Just be, just give, just receive, just get out there. See what happens. Give of yourself, see what comes around. And want to say too, like if any of you have been really complacent with your boundaries, and something's happened, like, you know, people can walk on our boundaries, but then they can hit a point and it's like, oh, and we might like really push back really hard. And maybe you did that in some way. And then you thought to yourself, you know, you're thinking to yourself, because you're thinking right now. You're thinking right now. And the universe is like taking you to think about this shit. Let's think about this. Why did that upset you so much? And it's because, well, you know, when an area becomes heavily bruised and then the final step goes, it really hurts. And that, to me, that's almost like a boundary, like constantly letting people to maybe do something that is kind of like inflicting small amounts of pain on you, but you're not really reacting to it. And then it gets to the point where it's so sore. Like, actually, I don't even know how it's funny because I have a bruise right here. I'm not actually even sure how I did it. But yeah, when I touch it, ow, it hurts. So you become aware of it. Something made you become aware of something. Give of yourself. Oh, I think this talks about charity too. Like even like charitably giving of yourself. Yeah. Interesting, right? Yeah, I've shown you all the cards. Let's clarify some of this. I'm sorry I'm sniffing. I'm like on the cusp of deciding whether to take an allergy pill or not. The stinging nettle tea is not working. It only works for so long. So here's something my mom and I discovered is that, like, when you take, okay, this is woman to woman for any women out there. And it's also like, I know guys don't realize that there is like guy privilege in the world. And this is one of them. This is how it shows up. Just one of the multitude of ways is that, so both her and I, we've tried different types of allergy pills that are supposed to be non-drowsy. And we both found one that makes us the least amount of drowsiness, because they all seem to anyways. And but still works effectively enough that we can function. But it's still like, we still find it would make us too drowsy, even though it's non-drowsy. So my mom came up with this idea. She's brilliant. She said, I'm going to cut it in half. I cut it in half. This little tiny thing. I cut it in half. And then I took the one half. And then she said, I just let it go for like, 3 to 6 hours. And then I took the other half. And she said, you know what? It was actually like a lot better. And then she said, sometimes I only need the half. So then I started doing it. I'm like, it freaking works. And I said, you know why it works? Because when they say that this is an adult medication, it's an adult medication for men. It always is. Everything, like if you're a guy, like everything is easy. Everything fits your hand. Everything in the world is made for men. And I'm like, shit, yeah. So it makes sense, because if you think about myself, I'm not going to tell you my weight, but I'm probably like half the size of most men. You know what I'm saying? That, yeah. I'm like, damn. We've been like over-medicating ourselves. I'm so dopey. Anyways. But it is. It's like that for everything. Okay. Anyways. Gotcha. Rest. Maybe some guys out there going, really? Yes, everything. Even medicine. Oh my God. Okay, well that is kind of medicine. The Page of Swords. Oh shit. It's like a rude awakening. This is like observing something. You observe something. Oh my gosh. I've been complacent here. The Two of Air. The Devil. The Devil loves complacency. Yeah, the Devil loves indecision. Because if you can't decide, well, you just stay here with me. The King of Water. The Devil's so needy, too. The King of Water. The Page of Wands. Oh, this is almost like... Okay, this makes you want to speak. It makes you want to speak. It makes you want to say something. That's how I see my pages. So the Page of Wands to me is is the speaker, and then my Page of Swords is the observant. The observant, like the information comes in and you get it, right? The Page of Pentacles is I'm going to study, I'm going to figure this out. I don't know much about it. I'm going to take steps forward that are logical. Who are we left with? Oh, the Page of Cups. Always hopeful. So anyways, you want to talk about, it's the Six of Earth. The Six of Earth. The Six of Swords. Well, and that's where you are now. So, right, that's the first tarot card that comes out where you are right now. So it's finding balance here. It's, okay, how do you, it's like you feel something. Now, how do I create this balance in my life, with my relationships, with my job, with my family, whatever that is? All right, well, let's see. What are you working through? You're working through the tough stuff right now. You're really taking a hard look at it. Okay, so opponent's wild daughter and curiosity, inner shadows, depression, facing the things that hold you back. Whoa, what is this? The Empress and the Emperor. Wow, that's really interesting. Okay, I'm being shown the Capricorn reading. You might want to go to that. If you do, okay, I'm not pushing any storyline here on you. I want to say approach the Capricorn reading for you, how I see this, as your inner divine masculine and feminine. I would do that. I think there could be something there for you, because that's where you are right now. And the curiosity in the inner shadows, because that's healing. So that's really interesting. There's something there for you. Maybe some of you are cuspers too. I don't know. But that's very interesting, because that is divine feminine and masculine. So there could be a curiosity about this. Maybe seeing yourself. Maybe you've been not recognizing yourself as much as you should. I don't know. The Six of Air. The universe has got you now really thinking about some stuff. I want to say, so if you thought that you could start to, in the past, just do some physical things around your world to create balance, the universe is saying, actually, no. Before you really, really do that, make any sort of big changes in your life that you might need to do to create balance, you need to assess some stuff here. So the Magician, the Nine of Cups, and the Hanged Man. The universe would like you to really think about what you wish for. What, in a state of pure emotional sovereignty, where no one can tell you how you should or shouldn't feel about anything. What do you want? Okay? That's part of your inner shadow work right now. So the Ten of Fire, burn everything up that you don't want. Maybe there's just like too many, you've had too many options. This kind of feels like too, like almost somebody, like all these pieces of paper can just, to me, symbolize so many different things. Like they can symbolize like the end of a contract or something, like paying off a mortgage, retiring, divorcing, a citizenship, or I don't know, like there's a lot of things. And then like a manuscript or letters or a little black book, there's so many things that could be. It's such an interesting card, but it's like putting an end to it, releasing yourself of these burdens. And I say these because there's 10 of them. The 10 of Wands, the 10 of Fire. Oh, it's taken like a step. I love it. It's the Ace of Pentacles and the Moon. So it's like leaving everything else behind and making a solid step and effort here. You don't know. I have no idea where I'm going. No, where I'm going with this. And I just want to say again, even as a manuscript, maybe it's like the manuscript for your life. Like maybe you've been kind of complacent and feeling like the universe should, if it's meant for me, it'll come to me. No, the universe is, hey, yo, you're on. This is reminding me now, the Sagittarius reading. This is interesting. the Sagittarius reading about like life being like a virtual reality and a game with levels. And now you're going, okay, you're on that level, but you gotta do some stuff here. Like, yeah, it was your fate to come to this level, but now what are you gonna do with it? Now you need to carve your destiny, find the things that are meant to be found in this level of your game of life. You don't know. You don't know what the next thing is behind the door, or the adventure is. You're not holding yourself back, but then the Nine of Air. I can see there's, yeah, well, the moon, there's a lot, there could be a lot to think about here. You could worst case scenario, and as I said that, you got the Eight of Cups. Okay, so you might be coming to some hard decisions here about things to walk away from. It might be things that you're thinking, wow, do I really want to do that with the Nine of Swords, but the Eight of Cups. Oh, maybe. Okay, so here's the other thing. Maybe some of you have been hung up on finding like a divine connection. And it's not about that. It's about you. It's about you. So again, if you go to that Capricorn reading, it like watch it as your own. And I do say it at some point in the reading. I say, you know, for some of you, actually, I want to say for everybody in that reading, it definitely is about the two sides of ourselves and then creating a new version of ourselves out of 2 points within us being healed. So, interesting. Okay, in the future, poetic affection. I don't know. I just feel like this is inspiration. Oh my gosh, get out of town. You got the Knight of Cups. Wow, with justice. It's like your heart space is flowing. I don't know. Come on. There is no way that the person who created this deck didn't pick that with affection without a subliminal message. It's not even very subliminal. It's pretty in your face. I don't know. The Messenger of Air. Judgment. Giddy up and go. It's a giddy up and go. The Nine of Wands into the Ace of Wands. There you go. You're getting 2 aces here now. I like that for you because there was a paralysis and no, there was complacency. What do we have? We have them all here. We got all the good ones, Aquarius. We all investigate them at any times in our lives. Complacency, analysis, paralysis. Sometimes we could even put ourselves into a complacency because I don't know. There's a lot of reasons. Anyways, let's not overthink it. I don't want to get in there with you. So the Nine of Fire, the Nine of Wands. Oh, the Eight of Swords. So there's almost like realizing there's something here that like you've held yourself back in. You've denied yourself something. Maybe opportunities. Ace of Fire, Ace of Wands. Okay, I like this. This is taking like all the seriousness out of life. Go watch Capricorn. And look at this. I love this. The Ace of Fire. Look at this. You have the King and Queen of Wands. That's fun. I don't know. This looks to me like, okay, if this has to do with relationships, and if this has to do with, I'm only looking for a high-level relationship, I need someone who's just as spiritually advanced as myself, and this relationship, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, you're forgetting to have fun. You're forgetting to have fun. And, you know, oh, yeah. No, that doesn't seem appropriate. No. And okay, I'm going to come back to that if I don't forget it. But sorry, my guides are like showing me something in my head. I almost had like a little conversation with them. And they're showing me, they're showing me, because there's some sort of example here. No. I don't really see it. So anyways. But now they're showing me Ricky Gervais. And I've been watching some of his shit. And I love him to death. He is so funny. You know what I love about him? He says the truth. He says things that, ooh, should you have said that? But come on, we're laughing. We gotta laugh. And I know the universe, God, spirit, source, the angels, they all have a sense of humor. Because if you don't, you're going to find yourself in a place that is very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. Anyways, I don't know, because this is having a good time. This is having a good time. And like, here's the other thing. Maybe if this is in any way about like relationships, whether that's a business partnership, friendship, romantic partners, you know, the gamut is here for what that could be. It's you having fun with others. Okay? It's you having fun with others. And please, please, it's like spirit is coming in and literally saying to you, this has happened a couple times on my channel, not for a while. Please, please don't look at everything like, is it going to become this? Is this that? Like, yeah, I feel like you have probably, if you're getting this message to go out and have fun. It's coming for you. Go out and have a good time. If you feel like, if you meet someone that you click with, and I don't know, you know, to each their own, and I would never tell anybody how to run their own sex life. But if you're connecting in a relationship that there is deep passion and attraction there, you're being told to go and have fun with it. I want to say that I feel like there's going to be more to it than that. That there's going to be more to it than that. Because you have this poet and you have this Knight of Cups. But if we think about, you know, anything kind of like a Romeo and a Juliet, or, you know, these are two people that were passionately in love with each other. Passionately in love with each other. I don't know why I'm telling you this, Aquarius. You got to get out and have a good time. Be safe. I mean, if this is just a one time with somebody, be safe, use protection, make sure you're safe at all times, watch your drink. That's just the mother in me coming out, okay? Watch your drink, be careful. Ooh, yeah, like healing. This is healing, something healing. For, I don't know, it could be sexual healing, I don't know. But if you are even curious about high level relationships, they encompass everything. So that's the other thing. The Emperor and the Empress encompass it all. They do also encompass the King and Queen of Wands. These are two that will have a high sexual desire for each other as well. So, and that's what I have for you, Aquarius. Wow. Maybe this reading in itself, like the past, present, and future, maybe like I just, like, you had an idea when you came to this reading, and then you just got like a wake-up call. Like, what are you saying? What are you saying, Cindy? Well, and it's funny because I did say, well, maybe it's been a while. I don't know. Maybe it's been a while, Aquarius. No, I can't. I just can't. I shouldn't do that. It's not right. Feel all your feels. I almost said fears. Feel all your fears. Okay, do it. Why? Anyways, I'm going to go do the extended. I want to know what the universe wants to talk to you about. It's just an open reading. It's just open reading from the universe. I'm going to use the Energy Oracle deck and a Tarot deck. See where it goes. Thank you so much, Aquarius. Until next time, to be gentle with yourselves. Bye.